Undies.
Zaza. Oh, yeah.
Fitzy and
Sweet as.
Wippa.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Friday, guys.
Yeah.
Going commando, that's the big one in the podcast today. I mean, I think there's a moment in everyone's life where you decide to chuck away the undies.
Yeah, or they're ripped off you.
I don't know. As you get older, support means so much, not just from your family, but for your agates as well, for a man.
Yeah, for your plums. What's interesting too, different between a guy and a girl, I would think men suffer from chafe a lot more. And your undies can play a crucial role in making sure that what's there in your lolly bag is held quite tightly.
You ran 100 kilometres once, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Walked most of it, but how was the chafe on that one?
Horrendous chafe. Absolutely horrendous. Not only did I forget my undies on that day, I forgot my pants as well. So 100 Ks in the nude.
Unbelievable. Took off 8 layers of skin.
And was known as the jogging tripod after that. It was extraordinary. I left a mark on the ground as I made my way through that 100 Ks.
Let's start the podcast.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
When did you forget to wear your underpants, guys? 13, 20, 14, if you've been in a situation. They always say wear your good undies too in case you get hit by a bus, don't they? That was sort of the advice I had, because if you find yourself in hospital and in a bit of trouble and they've got to remove your pants, you know, in emergencies, it happened to me when I broke an arm, they just get out the scissors and cut off your top. When I broke my arm falling out of a tree, devastating news.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to push you.
Yeah, you did.
You said I'd be fine to go first, and all of a sudden I found myself on the ground. And I was devastated, Fitz, and you would understand, because as I lay there with a broken arm, the doctor and the nurse had to remove, using scissors, my favourite roll neck skivvy that I was wearing at the time.
The original wiggle.
A blue roll neck skivvy. Absolutely devastated.
Mummy! Not
We
the
must
cashmere.
not my turtleneck.
we must shop on the weekend and get me a brand new roll neck.
Don't you dare.
You don't usually put roll necks on people who are rounder in the face.
Yeah, it's
It
not
looks
it's
like
not a
you're
good look.
What do you mean?
It's like wearing stripes, Sarah.
Yeah.
Is it similar to that?
Not horizontal stripes. You do well with verticals.
Well, it's basically like,
Ooh, that shirt you got on today.
you know what
It's checkmate.
it's like laminating your upper torso, really, isn't it? And you get to see all the things that.
It's pushing it all up, like a tube of toothpaste. It's all coming out
Yeah,
the top.
it is, isn't it?
Yeah, like
You
your
know,
neck.
it's whipping in a skivvy. I would feel like you'd have to use your thumbs to get that last bit of the toothpaste up to the top of his neck.
The only thing missing is the word circumcision. But I'll let you guys finish. You let me know
I
when you...
wasn't thinking of that. You are so sick.
Shall I move on with this? Thank you, guys. Sorry, if you've got any more, just stop me again. You guys just chat amongst yourselves about how I would have looked as a fat kid in a
Fitzy
roll
and I
neck.
amuse each other.
Okay, you guys chat about that in the corner, about how the fat kid would have looked in a skivvy,
Oh, you
and then
breed.
we'll come back to it. This guy, he was a soccer player for Colombia, Guis and Pera. Now, he is a defender, and he was in a situation, and they've said, hey, you've used a tactic to distract here, but he adjusted his shorts so much so that his tackle fell out the side of his shorts while playing soccer and guarding a penalty. So he was there, and they've said, you've done this deliberately.
Of course he has.
To put the kicker off completely. But he said, no. I was just adjusting my shorts and I hitched them up only to realise that I'd forgotten to put underpants on. And therefore, me member fell out the side of me shorts.
Much worse for men, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's terrible. That moment, I mean, he's come out and said, look, sure, I'm embarrassed by it because everybody saw what was meant to be covered, but at the same time, it was a complete accident.
I've done that to put someone off. I've done that in the
sneaky
EJ
nuts?
Witten All-Stars game.
You did
And
some sneakies.
Unfortunately, there Craig Hutchinson, who
Hutchie ran around you.
who's a journalist, he's in the media himself, has done very well for himself. Hutchie took a mark around 50 metres out, and I thought, it's a charity game, Sarah. I thought this would be funny. You know, I might get a bit of a laugh here, and I thought I'll dack him as he's coming in to kick for goal.
Had a go.
At the last minute, he ran around me. So
balked you.
on the camera, it's up on YouTube, on the camera, he's balked me, gone around me, and I'm left there. It's like he's broken my ankles, and I've got my pants around my knees. And he's kicked this amazing goal from about 45 out.
Hutchie's only main sporting achievement, I would suggest, is the goal he kicked against Fitzgerald.
Yeah, well, he honestly, I've been told that he has got it framed
Has he?
in 3 separate shots, in his
Wow.
office.
So he should. And with you with your pants down, stumbling around.
With my buttocks just hanging out there.
Megan's in Casula. Welcome to the show, Megan. Please admit this moment. You forgot your underpants.
It wasn't me, it was my boss.
What happened?
So I'm working as an apprentice in a mechanic shop, and he comes in to help me with something, bends over, and his whole pants split from the back of his pants all the way down between his legs.
And no undies, Megan.
So no undies.
Oh,
He moved house and he claimed that he couldn't find any underwear.
Couldn't find any. He was quite the bulldog, was it?
Do you know what? We've spoken to quite a few tradies on this show who go commando.
Yeah, the roofers. Remember they said that in summer they get burnt because the light comes
Well,
up
it's
the shop?
Tommy, you used to wear the silk boxes,
Oh,
didn't you?
so did I.
Which are basically, you are not wearing any undies. 'Cause there's
Terrible
no
look.
support at all.
Yeah, the Looney Tunes ones.
Oh,
and I
you would
wore
have had the
them.
Phantom, did you?
I did wear them once to the gym, and I split my shorts.
Oh, the Incredible Hulk's come out.
I was doing
Oh, my God. Flash green.
and I was doing an incredible squat, a very deep squat.
Oh,
There's a superhero.
And then my shorts split and the silk
there's
boxes split
there's
at the
no,
same time.
No, there's
there's no
excuse.
aeration
No,
in there.
it's
There's
horrible.
That's just
I did it too, Tommy. I did it too. I went through that stage of my life, and I was very lonely. I was very much by
What was
myself.
on yours? Porky Pig?
No, I had...
Miss Piggy.
Look at her wetting herself at her own Porky Pig joke.
The incredible bulk.
No, mate. Oh, it's not even funny.
The Incredible Salt.
No. When did you forget your underpants? Should have had them on. 13, 24, 10. I'm going to save myself and get out of here. Ticking off the big issues this morning. Kim's in the Blue Mountains. Kim, when did your daughter forget her underpants?
Well, she was very nervous heading into hospital, had all the gear ready. She was going to have a teeth done. And the lovely guy said, now, just get you ready. This is what I need you to do. Can you remove your undies? And she looked at him and went, oh, I'm not wearing any. And I'm not sure who had the biggest shock, me, him, or her.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Well, if she had to get rid of them anyway, it's fine. She's already done it.
Perfect prep, isn't it, Kim?
Well done, Kim.
It was hilarious.
Well done.
Thanks, Kimmy.
Let's go to Daniel in Casula. When did you forget your undies, Dan?
Mate, one time out at Penrith, whitewater rafting, the old parents used to buy us an activity every year for Christmas.
Yeah.
And, accidentally fell out of the raft at one stage during the day and got the old shorts ripped clean off on a rock.
Hang on a minute. They don't look like Christmas baubles.
Had to float down the end of the course and do the walk of shame cupping them.
Oh, no,
well,
Daniel.
You're up creek, like literally. So you just had to just then crawl out without anyone seeing you, Daniel?
Well, pretty much everyone's seen, including the family.
Far out.
Good work, Daniel. Congratulations.
Jody in McGrath's Hill, who forgot their undies?
My ex's dad got caught by the cops when they were returning his drunken son home one night. Ran out thinking someone was breaking into the house and with a shotgun.
Oh, jeez.
And, caught in the nud.
So completely nude, just dressed with a
Completely
shotgun.
nude, straight out of bed, 3 o'clock in the morning, only to be greeted by a car full of cops.
What do the cops do when there's a naked man pointing a double barrel at them?
It's a triple barrel.
Oh, my God, it's a triple barrel, isn't it? Yeah. He is well armed.
There is the great story Adam Spencer tells of, you know when you hear a car crash on your street and it's a horrible noise. You hear the screeching and then you hear a crash. And the first thing you do, especially if it's late at night, you just straight out of bed.
Yeah, oh my God.
I need to go help somebody.
Everybody runs out into
and
the street.
And the guy who ran out and he quickly got out of bed. And you know, guys at night, when you quickly get out of bed sometimes, anyways, he's put on his flannelette, trousers, and he's run out there, and everyone's around this crash, people helping this person already, but he was just standing there going, is everything all right? Everyone okay? And the neighbour come up to him and just give him a nudge and said, oh, just by the way, you've pitched a bit of a tent.
Oh, no.
Still flying the flag, was he?
He had no idea because he's just woken up and heard the crash.
Oh,
But
my God.
But the worst thing about it looked like he was excited by the crash.
There's just one guy standing there giving it 3 thumbs up.
Another triple barrel.
You're a bit of
my
a sicko
God.
there, mate. You're obviously a bit excited.
Everything all right? I mean,
She's rolled the car.
she might not get out alive. How can you be turned on by that?
Can someone flip the car? I can.
Have we got the
help out. We got a jack.
We got the jaws of life? No. I'm going to hit it with this thing.
Are you ready to put your pool floaties to work? Start planning the ultimate summer getaway with whatif.com.
Find hotels and holiday rentals plus family-friendly resorts. Just jump on the What If app.
What If? It's Aussie for travel. Getting evicted from a house, I mean, it's a horrible... And if you're authorities that have to go out there, and if that's your job, what a horrible job.
I mean, sometimes you just get evicted and it doesn't need to be so forceful. You might be renting and then the landlord decides to sell the property.
But this is the thing, you know, that's people's homes. That's everything in that one spot. And I know, you know, it's hard to pay bills these days, and obviously with everything going up, it can be really, really hard. There's a lady over in Massachusetts, this is over in the States, it wasn't even her house, but there's been a few people in her area that have been getting evicted, and she's not happy. So she heard about one of her neighbours getting evicted, and she was ready to go for when authorities rocked up. Have a listen how she attacked them. This is what happened.
This one really takes the cake.
Investigators say the winged weapons came stacked in hives on a trailer, unleashed by this woman intent on stopping an eviction.
The bees came out unleashed and swarming, angry, and they started stinging everybody there.
Sheriff's deputies say hundreds of bees started swarming and stinging them, raising fears about possible allergic reactions.
One had a really high blood pressure, so was taken to the emergency room.
Deputies arrested 55-year-old Rory Susan Woods, who managed to zip up her beekeeper's suit in the chaos. Investigators say she didn't know the tenant, but is known to protest evictions.
Yes, she's rocked up with a trailer full of beehives, with her beekeeper suit on, and as authorities went to go towards the front door, she's unleashed the bees.
Release the bees.
I quite like it. Take 3 steps back, or I will release the bees. I mean, really what she's done in a modern day is she's attacked them with thousands of drones. Yeah. Thousands of stinging drones.
Yep.
And the next thing you know, they're running for cover.
Can you train bees?
No.
No. How do you fire bees up?
Yeah, how do you make them angry?
Well, you would just let them out, wouldn't you? And then they're in your space.
No, you'd have to bang the box and get them really fired up.
Don't you have to have a crack at the queen?
Well, maybe. I mean, that's hard in itself. I think there would be an easier way. I'm not sure.
Let's try it out next week, Tom. It's commercial radio. Yeah. Let's bring in some hives, fire them up.
You know when you
bang on the side.
You know when you see those guys and they sit there while the bees gather on their heads?
Yes.
And they have to remain calm, because if you start to panic or you start to sweat or the heart rate lifts, the bees are going to sting. I couldn't do that.
You reckon?
I would hate
be
that.
Easy.
Well, no,
Tom.
it would be horrible. So you put your hand up.
I would much rather bees than like spiders or snakes.
Oh,
or
Says,
anything.
can you imagine them crawling over you? They're heading towards your ear. You don't really know what to do. They're heading towards your nose.
Just if you sat there really peacefully and still.
And then when the beekeeper comes out and he's got like the fumigard, he's got like a mist that he's spraying. That's like to sedate the bees, isn't it?
Them, yes.
Yeah, it just slows them down a little bit. Like, take it easy, guys.
That's similar to the stuff that Tom takes to nightclubs.
No, that's different. That's just a standard drink spike.
Oh, there's Nick Cage.
That's Rohit.
Nick Cage, your favourite. From Wicker Man.
Getting bitten by bees. That is crazy.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Fitzy and Whippers.
This is the biggest one that we've ever done.
10K last man standing.
Your 60 seconds starts now. We have a very, very nervous young lady next to me. Her name is Felicity from Hilltop. Good morning, Flick.
Good morning.
Flick, you are the carry of a champ, which is exciting. You're now here in the studio. Someone's going to win $10,000.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Tell me what you did last night. I mean, there would have been a little bit of mental preparation going on.
Didn't sleep, read all the glossies. Probably not going to get them right.
Okay. That's all right. It's good to be.
You know what you know.
Like we said, topical questions. There's a lot of them in Last Man Standing. You've got to get past Jeremy in Liverpool, though. Good morning, Jez.
Morning, guys. How are you?
We're good, buddy.
What are you studying at the moment, Jeremy?
Studying medicine.
Okay. Gosh. So how many years is that these days, mate?
This is a 5-year course. Yep. This is my first year. I've got 4 more years.
Oh. Okay. And luckily, a lot of the questions in Last Man Standing are medical based.
No, they're not. Felicity, you're fine.
Hey, $10,000 though, Jeremy. What are you going to do?
Oh,
Exit.
Yeah, exit. And hopefully put a little bit on a holiday.
Yeah, all right.
Great.
All right, here we go.
guys.
Felicity's going first. You get one
Yeah.
wrong, Felicity, the power goes over to Jeremy. Whoever has the power at the end of 60 seconds, $10,000. Whoever gets runner-up, you're fine. You're okay because we've got $500 cash to spend at Anaconda. Felicity from Hilltop. Your 60 seconds starts now. Neil Armstrong was the first man to step onto what?
The moon.
Correct. Name the other half of the famous movie duo, Thelma and who?
Pass.
It was Louise. Over to Jeremy. Jeremy, true or false? Miley Cyrus is an only child.
True.
No, it's false. She has 5 siblings. Over to Felicity. In what sport can you get an albatross, Felicity?
Golf.
Yes, that is correct. Who was Olivia Wilde engaged to before dating Harry Styles?
Pass.
Jason Sudeikis. Over to Jeremy. In the Three Little Pigs, what's the weakest house made out of?
Hey.
No. Oh, yeah, I'll give you that. Straw. Which artist releases her 10th studio album, Midnights, today?
Taylor Swift.
Yes. What is the chemical symbol of iron?
Fe.
Yes. Which female artist is the headline act for next year's Super Bowl? Too long, Rihanna. Over to Felicity. In which Australian coin does the platypus appear on?
Felicity! Oh my god! Oh my god! Jeremy, the fact that you got the chemical symbol for iron
very quickly.
Wow!
And it was Rihanna. Just announced recently. Oh mate,
my
you
God.
did really, really well. You get $500 to spend at Anaconda, but congratulations,
Felicity!
Thanks so much, guys.
The carryover champ has taken out the $10,000. Remind everybody what you're going to do with the money.
Hopefully go to Disneyland.
Yeah, well done. Congratulations, guys. Well done.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Let's go to Josie now and San Susie. What do you want to chat about, Jose?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good, Jose. Did you win Powerball or Division 2?
No, not that exciting. But I just wanted to share some exciting news. I booked my honeymoon last night.
Great.
Awesome, Joe.
The 2023 can finally get out of Australia.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Jose?
We're going to Bali, so Uluwatu, the Gili Islands, and
Beautiful.
Oh, that'll be sensational.
It's a magnificent part of the world. So why couldn't you do it after the wedding? It's just travel time. It was
I
just.
am.
Oh,
I haven't gotten married yet.
Oh, I see,
Yeah,
I
we
see.
go 3 days after the wedding.
And do you know what I do love? That Josie's rung us to tell us about the honeymoon, and obviously you're trying to
Doesn't worry about the
you're trying to
wedding.
push the wedding to the side, Jose. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think I'm more excited for the honeymoon now.
Jose, what do you want to do over there? You want to hit the massage parlours or you want to
Yeah,
go for a surf?
frozen
Or
daiquiris.
frozen daiquiris, yeah, go to Bali for
Get your
that.
hair braided, get some henna tattoos.
What about that water park you go to, Fitz?
Yeah, Waterbomb Park.
Yep.
Yes, definitely.
It's so dangerous, but that's what you love about it, because you don't know if you're going to come home with a broken leg or not.
And no one's run into trouble in Bali before. You're going to have the best time, Jose.
Yeah, and I've got my best friend's hens tomorrow night.
Oh, here we go. Did you have to organise the male entertainment, Jose, or...?
Yeah, no, all PG, of course.
Oh, give me a
Classy.
break. I mean, is
Keep it
there
classy.
any phallic straws or anything like that you'll be drinking out of?
No, I just know it's a family-friendly show.
Yeah. Until a couple of the mums go home, if you know what I mean, Jason.
Yeah, that's it.
Then the old panther arrives.
So, Tommy, what time are you performing?
About 8:30, guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do
tell
the
that.
hamburger first. Stop looking at your wristwatch.
Sorry, I'm just merely preparing.
That's
for...
not a windsurfer.
Does not look like the Eiffel Tower at all.
No, they're not. But they're not even paying me. I'm doing it out.
My God, thanks for warming up,
Street
Tommy.
theatre.
Josie, Tommy will see you tomorrow night.
Amazing. Thank you.
See ya.
Jose. Amy in Penrith, what do you want to talk about?
So yesterday you guys were talking about haunted houses, and I had to call up and tell you guys about the house I lived in for 8 years.
Oh, God,
love
here we
this
go.
stuff. I
Yep,
love
what
it.
happened, Aim?
So basically we used to hear a man and a little girl's voices, and it was just crazy stuff. Like Mum was trying to teach us how to speak. She'd say bye to Dad, and we'd hear this deep voice say bye Daddy.
No.
Oh, no.
You're kidding. Was it just one area of the house, Aim, or was this consistent?
The whole house.
Wow.
Was it like other moments, Amy, where you walk into rooms and it would be freezing cold? Or a lot of people say that when there's a ghost in there.
Well, I was like 10 and under. So I don't remember anything like that. I just remember like the big standout.
Did the family move out because of this, Amy?
Yes, we did. Mum actually went and caught a bus one day, and this random lady sat next to her and said, "Oh my God, you live in a haunted house." And Mum was like, "How the hell do you know that?" And then she said, "I'm a psychic. I can see this energy coming off you."
Oh.
And she basically told Mum that the whole plot of land that we built our house on was haunted because a man had murdered a girl there. And there was
my God.
there.
Oh, my
Why would
God.
you tell her that?
I know.
Do you know what's amazing, though? For anybody that doesn't believe that there's some form of life after death or some sort of being or some sort of existence...
There's not.
Well, then where are these coming? Where are they coming from? How can so many haunted stories exist? How can there be so many incidents of something interacting with human life?
Amy's in Penrith. It could be Mark Guy just walking home after a big night out. You never know.
It's not Mark Guy. I'm pretty sure it could be.
MG could be just floating past the house.
Sounds more like Manu if there's the Who's Your Daddy gear.
Oh, yeah, if anyone's doing Who's Your Daddy, it could be Manu's Tour of France going in the background.
Well, thanks for holding on to that and giving us a call. Let's go to Chelsea now in Hornsby. What did you want to talk about, Chelsea?
Hi, you guys were talking about who invented chicken salt yesterday.
Oh, yeah, we had the guy on who invented chicken salt. Not even a beer in it for him, the poor lad.
I wanted to tell you about my granddad who invented the child safety lid on medicine bottles.
Oh, really? As in the one you have to push down on?
Yes.
Wow. How long ago did he invent that, Chelsea?
1969.
Wow. Did he patent that? Did he make money from it?
He made the patent.
Wow.
It's a really clever idea, isn't it? And it's so simple.
And annoying.
It is a little bit tricky sometimes.
To push down, you need to engage the screw.
And he also made the garlic crusher.
What? He went from the kid safety lid to the garlic crusher?
And he's a hairdresser.
This is getting weird now.
Fascinating. Chelsea, did he make money from his inventions?
Yeah, some of them he has. He also made like a valve. After the 9/11, he made some valve, and he's also he's done a few of them. He's made lots of little inventions.
Isn't that awesome?
You know the washing machine liquid that you have now, the lid on the top of that, and you know how now you pour it, and now it's got there's like a double lid.
Yes.
So it doesn't pour back out when you screw it back on, Sarah.
Clever, isn't
That's
it?
only been recent. That's only come in the last 5 years. Why has it taken so long?
I know, and it's so helpful.
Something so basic.
Chelsea, with the medicine bottle and the lid, was he in pharmaceuticals, or did he have a mate who was a doctor? Like, what led him to the point of going?
He was an engineer, and his dad was an engineer, and he just they originally made it out of metal.
Metal. I mean, if you think about necessity being the mother of invention. Like, just to think about what we need, and every time you're inconvenienced, ask yourself the question, how can that be done better?
Mate, I agree.
And that's where your invention comes from.
It's like people who can crack codes or do puzzles better than other people. Obviously, there's people out there that just have this
practical way of thinking.
Yeah, they're meant to bring those things to the world, aren't they?
Well, I told you about the initiative that Mitsubishi did when I was working in the factory. And if you changed something about the car that would save the company money, you would get a percentage of how much money they would save.
That's huge.
Like, even if it was a tiny screw or it was easier to do at this and they could save money, there were guys taking home like hundreds of thousands of dollars, Sarah, for ideas. And in my area, there were some doofuses. Like there were blokes in there that you would go, oh my God, he was such a basic guy, but he could. There was one guy who did, he changed two things in the seat section and got paid hundreds of thousands of dollars on the side.
And there was you sleeping in the comfy car seat mats or whatever.
Didn't you glue a milk bottle to someone's back? I mean, there should have been money in that.
Genius in itself. A great invention.
How to carry your milk into work.
Well, Chelsea, I'm going to give you some George Ezra tickets. That's all yours, Chelsea.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I love that, Chelsea. That's great.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Lights, camera, clarity.
Ooh, Sarah.
The top trending stories in entertainment this morning. Kanye West says he does not regret his anti-Semitic tirade. He's had a go at Joe Biden for not meeting up with Elon Musk. And he has excused his foul language because he has mental health issues. He was doing an interview with Piers Morgan. He stormed out And then the producers talked him back in. The thing is, like, they had quite an, like, obviously Piers pushes, for answers, and Kanye has all the answers. There's moments, though, and Whips and I were watching it before, where Kanye starts to sort of get the giggles, and you can't hear it, but he's smiling.
Yeah.
And so you sort of go, is he
Serious?
fooling us all?
It is
this all
fascinating.
an act?
When I saw that he did the interview, I thought, okay, so two people that have far too much to say.
Yeah,
Right, this is going to be interesting. Who's going to get a word in here? How is this going to play out? You're right, Says. It almost looks like he's come on the show to do the interview. He's agreed to doing the interview, but he doesn't really care what Piers has to say, and therefore, it's like he's taking the piss.
A little bit, yeah. This was a bit of audio. You can't hear it because, again, he sort of giggles silently, but his big smile on his face when he's talking to Piers here.
Let me phrase it like this. I'm about to suggest to you how you may grow if you choose to grow this way. And you can ignore me. You can ignore me.
Pierce, how much money are you worth?
Not as much as you, sadly.
Exactly. So take my advice. Maybe you'll get richer.
I would love to take your business advice.
Why would I listen to you?
Well, why don't you hear what my advice is and then work out if I'm wrong?
Why would I listen to you?
I mean, and this is the thing. He starts to make you feel as though the whole thing's like a stunt movie. Like it doesn't excuse any of it. Anyway, someone who's not having a bar of it is Howard Stern, who reckons the whole mental health claim is just really damaging and not good for him to do.
Good Lord, you got to hear the this guy's into. And this mental illness self-defense thing that he's into. Oh, yeah, he's just mentally ill. Don't worry about it. If he's so mentally ill, why don't they appoint a conservator over his money like they did with the poor Britney Spears? You know who was mentally ill? The guy who shot up that synagogue in Pittsburgh. So if he's that mentally ill, let's commit him somewhere.
And I just think he smoked too much pot.
Who? Kanye?
No, I don't think he is a big one, mate.
Oh, that's the issues with gummies over there, man.
I don't know if I'd put it down to that.
God.
His mind's run too hard. His mind has explored too many places he shouldn't have gone.
Either way, fascinating that still more and more interviews. Everyone wants their piece of.
He's got a bit to say, hasn't he?
He does.
See, but he goes hard, and then you won't hear from him for 6 months, and then he'll be back again.
I think we're going to hear a bit more.
You're going to hear a little bit.
I think he's on a roll.
Sadly, we just don't hear music because that was really where his strength was. Just dedicate the time to writing an album.
Put it into music.
Just good music.
Yeah. Hey guys, Tom Brady's had to apologise to the military, so this isn't good. He says it was a poor choice of words. He compared his NFL season to military deployment.
I almost look at like a football season like you're going away on deployment. Whatever you may say, oh man, I want to, make sure I spend a little more time doing this. When it comes down to it, your competitiveness takes over. And as much as you want to have this playful balance with the work balance, you're going to end up doing exactly what you've always done, which is why you are who you are. You're going to go, how the do I get it done?
I mean, I'd be also apologising to Giselle because you've pretty much just said that no matter what happens, you go back to the thing. Your passion.
I mean, I don't think there's an apology there to the military. All he's just saying
is the statement that got him into trouble.
It's a mindset.
There is also, I mean, there's an element of in a relationship, and I know you want him at home with the family, but that's his love. Like, so if he doesn't do it, he's going to be at home sad.
I don't.
The other thing as well is that a footy career isn't that long. You know what I mean? They have to do it while they're young, and then their body slows down.
Well,
then you spend the rest of your life with your family.
It's obvious now, though, that he chose football over his family.
Yeah, well, that's not proven yet. You don't think she would have given him? She would have given him the permission to go again.
Don't you think though they would have had a big lead up to his decision to retire?
Massive.
Like you sit, think about you would know you did it, but how long you sit with a decision and you talk it out and all this sort of stuff, and you both commit to it. We're going to do this. I'm going to retire, and then you renege.
Yeah.
You sort of go,
Well, obviously the fire is still there, and his body is still clearly he can do it. I mean, LeBron's his age. Just a little bit younger, and he's still going.
Yeah, that's fine though. But what you're talking about, because that's his decision with his family. When you look at Brady, it would have come down to this huge conversation about we're going to retire, and with that,
months,
changes the family union where they look forward to the future together as a team. This is the team you're leaving. This is the team which you can commit to more now, which is your family, and we can grow from after your retirement. And then all of a sudden...
Yeah. Because it was only a month between retirement and return.
still got the urge to go.
Totally.
Like he's still.
Yeah.
Giselle's looking for someone that can stick to their word.
Oh my!
I know her very well.
Finally, guys, Olivia Wilde.
Get off
She
the
says she's had enough with the salad dressing chat. TMZ bailed her up, and they just wanted to ask more and more. She was wearing a T-shirt that said "Vote" on it. This was.
You know, some people at our office tried making your salad dressing.
Awesome.
And they said it was delicious. Do you plan on making more?
Vote in the midterms, everybody.
Do you plan on making any more salad dressing?
Vote in the midterms.
You got it.
How crazy.
Hey, tell me if I'm wrong here. Harry Styles will be out of this as quick as he got into it.
Yeah, there's some pickies of their date night last night in LA. And sure, they're not cuddling because they're walking to the car.
He doesn't need this, Sarah.
It doesn't look like he's happy.
Nah.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Quick one, Fitz. You were talking about Powerball is jackpotted. Nobody took out first prize if you bought a ticket to last night's 100 mil. Jackpot's to 160 mil next week. Just got an email.
Yeah.
Oz Lotteries. Your Powerball results. I don't want to brag, because you meant to keep it a bit quiet, or they'll come knocking at the door for the cash. I've won $17.90.
Well done, congrats.
Thank you,
How
mate.
many numbers is that?
That's three.
I think you get paid for not getting any numbers. So congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
Well done. Can we talk about Billy Ray Cyrus? Now, I didn't know this, but Billy Ray and Miley aren't talking at the moment, and Sarah's filled me in on the goss on this one.
Why? What's happened?
Well, I know now, because Billy Ray's wife and Miley's mum, Tish, she served divorce papers back in April, so they're over. So he and Boom Tish are over. The thing is, though, I mean, April, what are we talking, 6 months? It's all over. Because he's found someone and got engaged
already
within 6 months. The lady's name is Firestone.
Her name is Firestone?
Well, no, that's her stage name.
Oh.
And she's Australian.
What does she do?
They've got a song together. Now, this is where it gets a bit murky because apparently they wrote this song in 2021 while he was still married to Boom Tish. But now...
what sort of duet was this?
They're engaged. This is the song that they wrote together, Billy Ray Cyrus and Firestone.
First and last play at Nova.
Stinker.
Doesn't quite have the achy breaky ring to it, does it?
Imagine divorcing Billy Ray Cyrus and thinking, that's the last time I'm going to have that beautiful beast in the bedroom. I love it when he's on top of me and I can feel his ponytail fall onto my face.
Now, this is the other thing as well. They don't know how old Firestone is. But they've got a pretty good idea after the two did a interview recently to promote that song.
Yeah.
And this was Firestone talking about Billy Ray Cyrus.
Tell me about how you guys met and this song came together.
Well, we actually met 10 years ago on the set of Hannah Montana.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
So she was
crew.
She was in the show with Billy Ray's daughter.
Yeah, she was on Hannah Montana.
So Firestone, which I think is a Guy Sebastian song. Oh, is this it? No, who is it?
This is Kygo.
Kygo.
And Conrad. This is Conrad's song.
Oh, yes.
Tommy. Isn't Firestone a tyre brand?
No, that's
it's Fire Rose. Her name's Fire Rose.
Got her name wrong.
Got her name wrong.
Sorry. Firestone.
What are you thinking of?
Replace the stone with a rose.
Firestone a Bridgestone?
So, Tommy, where's she from? So where's Fire Rock from?
No, she's
Fire Pebble.
Fire Pebble. Where's she skimming around?
They're actually saying that people have done a bit of investigating. There's a 33-year age gap. They're saying that Fire Boulder is 28 years of age.
Fire Boulder. The Boulder. Where's Uluru from?
So
Tommy, I can't find her.
Wouldn't you wait a few years before you actually made it official with someone else?
Oh.
He's done that within 6 months. That's why Miley's not happy.
Well, also because that's probably one of her childhood friends.
That's the thing. Did he, back in the day, look at Hannah Montana, watch the show and go,
She's from Sydney.
Is she?
Really?
Yeah.
Get her on the show, Tom.
Fire Pebble. No, Fireball's real name is it's Rose Hudges. Rose Hudges, guys.
Oh, the Hudges family.
Yeah, the Hudges.
So is she a known singer?
Well, she is now that you've spoken about.
Well, after that song. It's debatable.
We got any other
fire
truck?
Yeah,
Tom,
no,
would we be
there's
able to
nothing
get her
there.
in for either wrap-up or maybe a red room?
We are looking for people, so yeah, why not, Matt?
Fire Rock Red Room?
Oh, versus Matt DeGroot, Fire Beard.
Oh, man.
Fire Beard. It's not Sandy Blonde. It's
Fire Crush, yeah.
absolutely Sandy Blonde.
The Fitzy and Wippa Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.